This is clean. This is clean. This is what I mean.
In the past 6 years of being on my natural hair journey, I have tried different hair growth trends, from onion juice, different variations of onion juice, to rice water, all the way up to mysterious hair growth supplements. In this video, I am going to be busting viral hair growth myths, giving you the tea on the ones that worked, for me at least, and the ones that did absolutely nothing. To ensure that this video is as cohesive as possible, I am going to be putting the myths slash viral trends into tiers: A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. Now, A tier is for the holy grail trends that I am not going to give up unless I see something better. B tier is okay, it's solid, but I would not miss if it goes away. C tier is possibly maybe serves as an assistant. It's okay, but it's not okay on its own. Then D tier are trends that I will never try again, and I do not recommend you do. Basically, waste of your time and energy. The first hair growth trend I'm going to be ranking is cloves. 3-4 years ago, this particular hair growth trend was extremely viral on TikTok. People were using cloves in different ways, different manners, making different things with this particular spice. I saw clove butter, clove oil, clove essential oil, clove hairsprays, and I did it all, tried it all. I bought the essential oil, I made the oil myself. I still have some cloves left over from that hair growth trend, and I can say for a fact that it didn't work for me. Before I talk about this trend, I have to play this clip. None of the hair care products that I made with this particular spice prevented my hair from drying out. I do believe it was causing the dryness, the dehydration that I am talking about, because I even saw some other people complaining about how drying it was, that it works, but it's extremely drying. It was drying for me, and I really didn't see any results with it. I even tried drinking it, still didn't see any hair growth benefits, so I put this in D tier. I would not use this for hair growth, but I am going to continue using this to cook. This particular hair growth trend is going to make an appearance in 2 of my tiers, and I'm going to explain why later on. It is Chebe. Chebe went viral, and I do believe it is still viral till this very moment. When I tried it, it was extremely annoying. I got the powder and I got the accompanying oil, the cacao oil. Mixed it with the Chebe, and I was using it with the same way they said the women of Chad were using it. But it was, again, very annoying to me. It was gritty, it was nitty, it was messy. I had to come up with different ways to make it more elegant, to make it more aesthetic and less messy, because I felt very grimy when I was using it. Tried making it a butter, it was more bearable, but the whole hassle of everything made me not want to use it again. The moisture it was promised to give, I really couldn't tell the difference between it and regular shea butter. And for that reason, after using it for a whole year, because the powder lasted me a long time, I had to drop Chebe. I picked it up again recently, about 8 months ago, when I was shopping on Temu, and I got this Chebe butter. Now, this butter does every single thing that the Chebe that went viral years ago promised to do, and even more. That nitty-gritty feeling that I got the first time I was using Chebe, I didn't see it this time around. And when compared to regular raw African shea butter, it actually promotes more moisture, and that makes me very happy. This is definitely something that I do not see myself dropping anytime soon. If you see me using something different, it's going to be like a different variation of it. So for that reason, that is why it makes its appearance in 2 different tiers. The DIY Chebe is going to be in the C tier, very low on the C tier, damn near touching the D tier, while the Temu Chebe butter is in the B tier. Next hair growth trend is Olaplex. Olaplex is something that I picked up when I was in India, because I had seen so much hype about it online. Almost every single natural that I was watching had used it in one way or the other. So when I was in India, I decided to get me some. Olaplex definitely delivered on what it promised that it would do. Actually, to me, it was even very strong, because after reading the directions on how to use it, I was like, the cost of this thing was pretty steep. Therefore, I'm going to use it the way I feel is best to use it, and that is after shampooing. This is a pre-shampoo treatment. I used it basically like a conditioner, a pre-conditioner, and the results were very strong. On the screen, you can see that when I was done using it, I tried putting my hair up, I was trying to do a skit with this particular hairstyle, with this particular video, trying to bring the hair down. The hair refused to go down because it was so strong. It wasn't strong like stiff, but strong like very fortified, very like She-Hulk type of vibes. And after seeing this, I was like, okay, I am going to use as directed. Started using it as an actual pre-shampoo treatment, especially when I do protective styles that last for way too long. When I take them down, I go in with the Olaplex, leave it in for about 30 minutes to an hour before I wash it out, and it worked very well. So I am going to put Olaplex in the B tier. Like, if I have money to get it, I will go, I will consider getting it, but it's not like I can't live without this product, basically. The Olaplex is an amazing segue for this next hair growth trend, and that is K18. K18 is something that I bought when I was going through my setback. I suffered severe damage after using some pretty bad products in Ghana. I went from hip length to waist length due to that damage, and K18 is one of the products that I bought out of panic. I felt that the price point, and due to how small and compact it was, that it would be more potent than Olaplex, but that was not the case. It was slightly more conditioning than the conditioners that I had got in Ghana that actually damaged my hair, but it was not the best conditioner, and I'm not going to fault it for that. It is not marketed to be a conditioner, but I really didn't see any results when I was using this, and for this reason I am going to put it in the D tier for me personally. I am not going to use my money to get this again. If somebody gives this to me, I might find a way to repackage it and give it to somebody that might actually need it, but for everybody else, I would not say don't get this. How popular this is online, something tells me that it's going to work for somebody out there. So for that reason, it's going to be in the C tier. The Unbrush. Now, I got this before this brush actually went viral, and I got it from AliExpress. It's actually a knockoff. The initial one I got was a knockoff, but I got it before it went viral online. And when I got it, tried it on my hair, I got rid of all my other brushes because I bought it alongside some other brushes just to test and try out to see the ones that will suit me and my natural hair more. And the Unbrush came out the winner. It was a brush that I was like, I'm never letting this go. Helps to minimize hair damage, helps to detangle like a breeze. And when it went viral, I was like, that's the same brush I'm using. Had to do some checking to see if the Unbrush was being sold on AliExpress as Unbrush. No, it was not. It was just a knockoff. I have bought the brush several times. I bought it for my brothers, bought it for my friends, and I can definitely say that this is going in the A tier. Hair growth supplements. Now, ranking this is going to be extremely tricky because till this very day, I still take them, but not for the reasons you think. I have tried biotin, I have tried collagen, cod liver oil, glutathione, vitamin C, I name it, I have tried it. And the reason why is I saw so many, just like the Chebe, the Cloves, the rice water, the hype behind the hair growth supplements, I don't know if it was greater or if it was on the same level with other hair growth mates. I tried biotin for 9 months, did not see any results. Massive breakouts. Tried the biotin from different brands, tried 2 different collagens. The first one did not promise hair growth, it was more for skin health. It really helped with the skin and all that, but the second one was frozen collagen, and that one actually helped with hair growth, but not in the way that you think. So me personally, I am never going to use hair growth supplements for hair growth. I am going to continue using supplements for health reasons. Many of them are marketed for hair growth, so we can technically say that they are hair growth supplements. So for hair growth supplements that maybe on their box they are written specifically for hair growth, that is something I would never buy. If I am gifted, I might think about using it just to see if it will work, but to bring out my money to test it is something that I don't see myself trying again. But for supplements in general, the cod liver oils, the vitamin C's, the collagen, etc., etc., I take them for other reasons. So this is going to be in the D tier. Henna, I do not feel it was a viral moment at any point. I feel like it was viral in different parts of the internet, hence the reason I was able to catch it when I caught it, because I have been using henna from day one of my natural hair journey. Now, what reeled me in? What did they use in catching me? What they used in catching my attention that made me to never leave henna? They said that henna was a permanent hair dye, said that it was a natural bonding treatment, helps to reduce shedding, helps to reduce split ends, helps to repair split ends, And all these things were very interesting to me because prior to going natural, what I suffered the most with my relaxed hair was excessive shedding and cutting of my hair. I actually did an experiment. I was in a protective style for about 2 months, took the protective style down, detangled my hair, kept all the hair I removed from the detangling comb because I wanted to do a comparison at the end of the experiment. Then I applied henna to my hair. I let it sit for the recommended period of time, rinsed it out, put in another protective style, left the protective style in for about 3 months. When I took the protective style down, detangled my hair again, brought out all the sheddings, then I compared, and the shed hair that I realized after 3 months was significantly smaller than that of the 2 months. That was when I decided that the henna was actually way better and way healthier for my hair than not using it at all. For henna, I am going to put this in the A tier, and I am putting this here reluctantly because I have a love-hate relationship with henna. Henna is the messiest treatment I have ever used in my life, but it is something that I cannot let go until maybe there is a more elegant way of applying henna, maybe a cosmetic formulation that will help bypass the nitty-gritty mess that it makes. But for now, we are going to have to put this in A tier because, like I said, it's something that I cannot let go of. And the henna is an amazing segue for the next hair growth trend, which is rice water. The henna hair growth treatment can be used once a month. It can be used every month. But for my sanity and emotional stability, I cannot try this. So in order to maintain the results that I see with the henna, I use rice water. Rice water is very effective because I don't like wasting my time doing things that annoy me in my natural hair journey because I want to have fun on this journey. I did another experiment with the rice water. I said I was not going to use the rice water for 3 months. Let's see if I'll see a difference. I saw a difference in less than a month. Elasticity in my hair definitely went away. My hair felt more fragile. Combing or detangling my hair, I had to be like very, very cautious because I felt like my hair was just breaking off. And for that reason, I had to go back to rice water. So I use rice water to maintain the results that I see with the henna. And for this reason, we are going to put rice water in the C tier. For many naturals, I do believe this is the only treatment that they use. So for everybody else, this is a good solid B tier treatment, but for me, it's in the C tier category. Why? Because it is an assistant. It is helping me to maintain the results of my henna treatment. Recently, during my 8-month hair growth challenge, I talked about switching from rice water to black tea and green tea, then switching from black tea and green tea back to rice water, then just at the end of the day using them interchangeably. Black tea and green tea are amazing. They really do help to reduce hair shedding. This is tried and true for me because I could see the difference between my roots and my mids because of the caffeine that is present in both black tea and green tea and other antioxidants like EGCG that is present in green tea. I was able to see a significant difference. It didn't grow longer or hair growth did not improve. It was not faster, but my hair was definitely thicker. The last hair growth trend is aloe vera. Aloe vera is something in the beginning I used it for everything. I used it to make aloe vera butter, used it to make aloe vera oil, aloe vera leave-in conditioner, aloe vera hairspray. I used it to detangle my hair, used it as a pre-poo. And again, this is something that I am not going to let go of anytime soon. So I'm going to put this in the B tier. This particular ingredient or this particular part of my routine is very beneficial. It helps to soothe the scalp. It is very conditioning, very hydrating. It is rumored or it is stated to have salicylic acid that can help to exfoliate your scalp as well, but I do not use it for all its nutrient contents, its nutrient composition. I use it strictly because it is very good for my hair. It's very hydrating, like I said. This goes to the B tier. It is pretty high on the B tier, and the reason why it's in B tier instead of A tier is because if this for some reason leaves my hair routine, my hair is still going to thrive regardless. So that's why it's in the B tier. Hair growth for me was definitely better. Like I said, I didn't experience like an increase in the growth rate of my hair, but I would definitely recommend this to people that maybe are trying to get their hair thicker. Maybe dormant follicles are present in some areas of your hair. You can definitely activate this with the caffeine that is present in both black tea and green tea. Like I said, it's something I said I was not going to drop, hence the reason I use it interchangeably with rice water. So this goes in the B tier. Now, if you are interested in joining my natural hair growth journey and not a fantasy, consider subscribing to the channel. I do know that different things can work for different people, and maybe there is that universal thing that will work for everybody like water, but lies do not work for anybody. So if you're interested in joining my hair growth journey, consider subscribing to the channel, like if you like, then share if you care. Also, if you're interested in seeing a different video where I maybe rank best hair growth oils, whether they are myths, busting, ranking, whatever it is, but specifically for hair growth oils, drop down in the comment section and let me know. Also, if you have any hair growth trend that you tried that actually works for you, drop down in the comment section and let me know. Let me see if I can try that as well. Love you guys and choose.